fascinating head-to-head here between the Washington Justice and the Outlaws. It's 8-9, plays 12-5. And Pelican still doesn't have a blade of his own. He'll get a mid to late fight, if at all. Merritt needs to connect a few of these railguns. He's got a lot of space, that trademark passiveness, giving him the safety he needs to line Assassin up. But it's been a trade. Dante falls in the front line here, which means that the Outlaws are still at great risk if they want to push up. But Pelican is going to try and make the play with the blade, and there's no support ultimates to slow him down here. Commanding shout will be there from Kalios, but that's going to be about it as Opener falls to the blade. Pretty conservative stuff from Pelican there. Oh, that's an angle and a half. 3 players connected with there. Dante has to use his rampage, and he only catches Kalios. The rest of the Justice could go to work, but Assassin is brought down by Dante. Decay returns to the fight and finds one, and now we have a 3v3 on the point. Commanding shout there, and Krillin's going to be falling to the disruptor shot. Dante shout will send the Outlaws forward. And winning that fight here is absolutely massive.
And Merritt was able to do so much work, man.
Be able to use that one preemptively if the Justice start to make the push, which they naturally are going to have to. And there it is. Lastro lets it go at the start of the fight here. So some overshield given out to Merritt and Co. Merritt, again, playing pretty safely. Doesn't want to inch too far forward, but he's going to be harassed by Assassin, who's getting very close to a Dragon Blade. That will be a little bit of a red flag if it comes out for the Outlaws, and here it is. Assassin doesn't want to give them any time to respond. Left doesn't have a sound barrier yet, but Assassin is accosted as well. He's forced to turn around. Now to deal with the front line of the Outlaws, and Pelican is down. Decay has the room to work with, and perhaps it was Assassin that set that up. He had to give up his life for it, though, as Lastro is able to take him down, but Decay surges forward here, and away! The Outlaws forced. That's unreal. That's just unreal. The Justice were on the point. They push off of it. Oh my God. All right. Kalios takes a fair bit of a licking at the start of the fight, but Assassin's managed to work his way around here. Speeds the Outlaws forward, but they've not been able to find a target. It's Krillin and Kalios are getting battered. Yeah, Kalios falling down here. Great early pressure from Houston, despite the fact that Assassin was able to wrap around to their backline pretty quick.
From the Outlaws. I think if you're the Justice, you may still be a little bit boomed after how that round ended, right? Like, still kind of mentally trying to recover here, where...
Here's a commanding shout here. The Justice need to buckle down. Decay's pretty powerful position here. A little bit hard to harass, but he opts to give up the high ground in favor of having more target-rich environment. But the same can be said of the Outlaws as the Justice drop right into their laps, and they get absolutely eviscerated.
Get some damage or some kills down. Is okay, well, Merritt with a headshot here onto Assassin. Is Assassin's just kind of like jumping up on the high ground? That could be it.
To the high ground it goes. Look at the Justice. Look at all the ground they've given up. So the Outlaws trot their way onto the point here. Dante a little low. He'll be patched up in just a moment, and now rally got to be used immediately. Pelican, where's the blade target? Okay, spots out the Sojourn here. Can he keep eyes? Oh my! Pelican slapped up beside the head. His eyebrows at risk of disappearing into his hairline. Low as it is. And that'll be it. The Outlaws keep the Justice at bay. An absolutely wacky first map in this series. But Busan goes the way of the Lone Star State.
I think if you're the Justice, you can just take a little bit of time after this map 1 to regroup. I think seemed a little bit out of sorts after how that round 1 ended, but the Outlaws took advantage.
This Assassin is walking back and forth through the choke here, and Dante is very, very low. He has 2 supports up right now, but I don't think there's any packs available for Lastro. So they just have to slowly top him up.
It's so costly though, like in terms of like just overall like player HP pool to make this trek around the corner though for the Justice and not have a little bit of like a pit stop to regroup is, yeah, this should be the Outlaws who take it.
I'm looking at the Rampages here, frankly. Big impactful Rampages can turn this fight. Sound barrier for the Outlaws. They are so healthy right now. And yeah, the half of the Justice to stand up against this, but Lastro and Dante brought down Krillin, though, caught inside that to shot the shot. It's easy pickings for Merritt. He'll have to quickly reposition, though. Nice rail. Pelican's able to take Assassin down. And what does Opener do here? Not a whole lot. Yep, he's peacing out. Bye. Okay, Merritt. Limber up then. It's map 2. Should already be nice and warm. Lastro has doubled the damage of Krillin, by the way. Look at, the Outlaws are playing around Lastro. They play inside that small room there. Kalios tries to rampage. Yes, he's taken down. Yes, he catches 2 with the anti-heal, but Pelican may be kept alive yet. He gets a health pack, and the Justice get absolutely suplexed. Not even a paltry tick for the Justice. He cannot find a final blow in that round. He is 0 for 3. That is just brutal.
Yeah, it still gets Pelican and Merritt, but players who are not fully healed. Like, they're just lower HP. It's a huge advantage.
Well, Lastro has also given 1,600 armor to Krillin's 625. So it says a lot about just how high the health pools of the Outlaws have been, right? And obviously, he's getting rally like 30 seconds quicker on average, which is kind of insane. So makes a big difference for sure. The Outlaws play around this small room. They want to get value out of that uptime percentage for Inspire. Now, they lose Lep here, a little bit dodgy, but Mira, look at the reposition. That's so classy. They don't even know where he is right now, and he punishes Kalyos. This is unreal. Nobody's looking at the Sojourn. I don't know why. Assassin, again, focused elsewhere for the time being. Open is just getting hammered the entire time. I'm sorry. Merit, what has he got? The invisibility cloak? What is he trying to dodge Argus Filch in the bloody hallway? No one sees him, and the Outlaws dominate the Justice on the second map.
As far as the Outlaws, I mean, they have shut that down with how they've looked here in the first two maps. We'll see, though, can the Justice turn it around here in map number 3?
He has to play high ground if he wants to get a decent rampage. I love the wrap. Very clever. Let's see if it works out. Blade here for Pelican. He drops down. He's able to
dodge. Everybody dodges it.
You can't be serious, man.
Well, we don't get a great angle of it. Like, maybe like was Kalyos booped there or something, right?
Boop him.
Yeah, that's kind of where my head is at.
All right, Washington, no guts, no glory. This is it. And barely managed to hang on after that first point. They're going to need the double down here. The high ground held by the Outlaws here, so uncomfortable positioning once more for the Justice. Opener takes a big hit. He's forced to take sidebar, as there's no burst healing available, as we've discussed. Pelican Blade here could seal the deal, but Dante's taking a lot of damage early. Here we go. Blade in. Krillin trying to get away. He can't escape, but he had rally. The rest of the Justice are going to benefit from that incidental healing now. Pelican climbs the walls to avoid Kalyos, and now he can drop down and put some pressure on. Kalyos is forced away from his team, and the Justice cannot touch. They're stopped. Yeah, I don't like the old economy either for the Outlaws. They're not really ahead in any of those metrics, as you'd probably expect. Okay. Mary comes forward. Oh my! Oh. That is ungodly. Another one! He's not even looking at Krillin. Absolutely demolished. 2 kills out of absolutely nowhere. Merritt produces the white rabbit from the hat, and he treats it like it's absolutely nothing.
Obviously not the best.
Okay, here's the rally. The Justice making use of what little they have. A Blade in close quarters. It could be a bit of a kill room here for Pelican, but quickly, the Justice try and back away. They've lost Assassin already. Pelican somehow finds himself on the front line, goes in a deflect, and somehow is not hit at all by that rampage. So he's free to make short work of the back line of the Justice. And the Justice is dead. They will go to 8 and 10 now as the Outlaws make this a arguably one-sided series, and the superstar players for the Justice conspicuously absent on this day.
Merritt's play was really strong, but last year on the Brig I thought was like a huge difference maker, like a big gap between like him and Krillin's play today, as Lastro was just able to keep everybody alive. The Inspire proccing pretty consistently. Good use of the rallies, getting in the mix, being able to pick up some kills. So really good series here today from Lastro.
Yeah, you can keep your MTD. I'll take the SBD any day of the week. We mentioned a couple times just the difference between the Brig's output and Lastro. We talk up Skewed as like a really, a very powerful Brig player. Lastro's also had an incredibly good series. We are talking about a player, by the way, who's primarily like a Baptiste Arna player, then moved to Lucio, looked really good there, and now is playing the Brig. So, a huge part of why we're so pleased with his performance is that he's able to make these switches and still really